Thank you so much for sharing part of your Sunday with me. I am JV Bryan, President and Chief Investment Officer at JV Bryan Financial Group, the home of AfroEconomics. There's the website behind me. Today is Sunday, and I like to talk about business on Sunday because this is the day where entrepreneurs, I hope you get a moment to focus on how iron sharpens iron, right? So I hope I'm your iron, you're iron, and we are getting that stuff sharp. But it's this time where you can actually, just put in some retooling, re-educate, continuing education on Sunday. Let's look at it that way. So what I was thinking about was Amazon, Amazon, the Amazon effect. You know how they talk about the Oprah effect and everything that Oprah touches, becomes works like with books and things like that, and that turns to gold. That's what you want with the Amazon effect. It's kind of different because they're talking about from a negative point of view that they're saying there's just a lot of hating going on when it comes to Amazon because they've created a concept by using technology, and they've changed the way that retail is done. They've changed the way people buy almost everything. So because of that, there's just this complaining going on that if a store doesn't make it or if a store finds that their sales are going down, they'll blame it on Amazon. I mean, seriously? How uncool is that, right? We don't want to be that kind of entrepreneur. We don't want to be that kind of entrepreneur. My final point that I was writing down as we were waiting for everybody to log on to the webinar, and this will be like the second time that I started with the last point, but was that don't focus on your competition. While the competition is focusing on Amazon, I have a quote from their CEO, who was also a JV, like Jeff Bezos. But he says, I don't know what it is, but I know the bottom line is don't focus on our competition. That don't focus on competition, because while your competition is focusing on you, you should be focusing on your customers. And it's so true. But I know that there is a quote out there, but now you can also quote that JV Bryan, the other JV, agrees with that also. Don't hate, you know what I mean? The haters are focusing on Amazon, and Amazon is focusing on us, the customers. So make sure that you do the same when it comes to your business, when it comes to your career, when it comes to your family. Let haters do what haters do, but you focus on what is vital. That is your customer as a business owner. That's indeed. So that's the tip point. So if you don't hang in there, you won't get to hear that again. So hang in there so you can hear that again. Number one, create things by the demands of your customers. That Amazon, to me, has been so successful because they create things according to what customers need or what customers want or what customers are desiring. Now, and you can always depend on if you're creating things based on what people are asking you for as a business owner. You don't have to worry. That idea, that expansion, that investment in that particular service or product, it's going to work because they've already created it for you. So create things by customer demand. And the second point is to set up your business so that it is encouraging your customers to do business with you over and over and over again. Like the Amazon Prime, where it says, you do all the ordering that you want, all the shipping is included, it's paid for, it's set up, and then what is that doing? That's making you order more. You get this discount, and then you're smart, you go, well, I gotta order at least certain number of things in order to make that membership worth my while, because if you order it, you get the membership, but you never order anything. And then also, they'll have like Amazon Prime, Members Day, things like that. That is a way for them to create recurring income. That they're always, if they're saying, well, revenues are down, they have all these members, you know, that can come in and do business. If they say, well, today all members are 10% off. Well, there's someone and many someones who will order something or purchase something that they've been delaying the purchase on. They'll purchase it because now it's 10% off and you'll get those revenues in. So create a situation where you're encouraging your customers to be repeat customers, encouraging them to rely on you for all of these services. So encourage that. And then a third point is give more than you get. And I truly believe in that. You have to make sure that your customers are at least feel that they're getting more out of that Prime membership than that Prime membership is actually costing them. And you've got to make it worth their while, and you've got to make it where they can win. If they can't win, if there's a way that they can't possibly win from this, then what you're going to find out, right? They're not going to utilize it. You know, the AfroEconomics membership has been successful because that the customer indeed can win as long as they take advantage of everything that's available. Now, you'll lose a certain number of Prime members because certain Prime members will not utilize the service. So somebody signs up for AfroEconomics, they join, and they never take the time for us to do the services that I provide, then you've got a different situation. But I have the responsibility to make sure that my team is constantly trying to help them make sure that they take advantage of the service so that they will do what? Stay in and benefit and prosper and get richer and richer. Well, that's my business. What's your business? You know, even if you're if you own a hair shop, how do you get them to come back for the conditioning treatment or the in-between appointments for regular maintenance, in-between cuts and things like that? What do you do to create that recurring and repeat income? A fourth point is to show appreciation to your customers. Do what you, like I said, they have customer appreciation day. They have Amazon Prime appreciation day. What do you have to show appreciation to your customers? Do you send out information? Do you hold workshops? Do you do newsletters? What do you do to show them that you value their business? What do you do to show appreciation to your customers? First thing, right, is do a good job. Do what they paid you to do is the best way to show appreciation to your customers, right? And from a business perspective, look at Amazon take on all that risk. They are buying up businesses now. They're buying up businesses. They're going into different types of businesses. Now, Whole Foods is my favorite store. Now, here we are. All of a sudden, I find out Amazon buys up my favorite store. It is rare if I shop ever at any other grocery store than Whole Foods. So all of a sudden, overnight, I become an instant Amazon customer. Think about how many other people they got from making that acquisition, which was indeed, it took a risk, but they're doing everything they can to make it work. They're investing to make it work. You have to do the same. Be willing to take risks and invest to make it work. And they took that chance because of what they were doing and saw that they were doing so much grocery deliveries that they needed different locations, possibly to just be warehousing places so people can pick up different stores, different locations for that. You go in Whole Foods now, there's like a whole row of Amazon lockers. Those lockers might not just have food in them, they might have books in them. You might have all this stuff, and they go to the store, and you're in locker number 12. You go to locker number 12, whatever, they give the key, and that's something right there in Whole Foods. So, you know, giving their customers additional access. I'm just wondering, like, what's that going to look like at the holidays? Woo! So, appreciate your customers, and that was 5. Take risks. 6 point is Amazon. A positive Amazon effect is all the partnerships that they've set up. I was talking to a member earlier today, and he was talking about that he actually had a relationship with Amazon. In addition to his own business, he does deliveries for Amazon. You know, so they like not just setting up partnerships with places like Whole Foods where they eventually actually bought them out, but they're setting up partnerships with small businesses and helping them increase their income through having those opportunities available for deliveries and, you know, in between time. It might be somebody that has their own truck, or it might be an Uber driver that wants to do something extra because not getting enough Uber or whatever. But Amazon is setting up positive partnerships with large corporations and smaller companies. You can do the same. A seventh point is to identify new opportunities, and I pointed that out indirectly through these points that we're talking about, is that we need to mimic and learn from them, and that we have to constantly be identifying new opportunities. Now, I do know for sure I have this one quote. I am going to share this one with you. It's from the CEO of Amazon. If you double the number of experiments you do per year, you're going to double your inventiveness. So you've got to do more experimenting. You've got to identify more opportunities. You've got to take more chances in order for opportunities to come to you. You've got to do more experiments in order to create more inventions, right? Now, we have to take that fifth point of taking risks. The seventh point of AfroEconomics, the seventh principle of AfroEconomics is the fearless Black entrepreneur. We got to take those chances, do those experiments, and create those inventions and those opportunities for our business. Let's learn from them. Let's learn from each other. Let's do it too. An eighth point is to create more products while we're doing these inventions. And ninth is to create more services and improve on our services constantly. Improve constantly on the service or product that you provide, right? We can do that, and we can learn from allowing technology to allow us to do that. Allow technology to help it, whatever your business is, make sure that you bring technology in it to help with the opportunities to create the recurring income, the opportunities to create more inventions, to be more innovative. Let's just say you were a plumber and you created a new YouTube channel for plumbing, and then all of a sudden you started a plumbing school because of all of the plumbing experience that you have, or you figure out how you can have a certification program for plumbers using your YouTube channel and having private access. But what I'm saying here is just always find opportunities and ways to improve the services that you provide. Whatever it is, whatever talent, whatever product, whatever service, constantly be on the improvement mode, constantly. I went through much effort to improve my microphone system. So I buy this microphone, you know, and then the microphone, and then actually, I must note that I said I want a microphone, and then actually someone gave me the microphone. I must be honest, indirectly, the microphone was given to me as a gift. But I had to first set out intention that I wanted this microphone. So I buy the microphone, but that's why I said, I want to give you the microphone, but that's beside the point. I just don't feel comfortable taking complete credit for my microphone. But just as an example, so you get the new microphone to make things sound nicer, and then at the same time, your expensive computer that the microphone is attached to decides that today it wants to be on temporary. And then you have to have your backup. So this is your Mac. Then I have to have this backup HP. Like, it is constantly you from a technical perspective. Just imagine that if I wasn't making the proper investment in technology, because this is what I'm bringing to you as my service, my product. This webinar would not be possible if I didn't have all of these investments made in order to have a backup of the backup of the backup. And now I'm 2 computers deep. And if this one was down, I would be down. I would go right on into the other one. So that's what the Amazon is saying. That always be on top of your game as far as your service, on top of your game for your technology, and on top of your game because of everything, knowing what can go wrong. So if that delivery doesn't go right, what have they prepared? What do they have? What type of lineup? What type of algorithms do they have in place? If this does not get to XYZ location, then what happens? Then you go back to, but you have to have all of that done. If this doesn't happen, then what does this happen? So every time I do these, I have this, and this already there, so that if you're boom, 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 these things don't work because this app, everything was straight. And then I'm telling you, at 3 minutes to 3, all of that went wrong, and you have to have that backup. But that's just in whatever the business is. Your plumbing, do you have a backup or access, and you don't have to buy or own everything, but do you have a place that you can rent the equipment if you need to, and you have it ready on standby and knowing that you can get it? And if you're going to work on Sunday, do you have access to your backup equipment? So if things do go wrong on Sunday, or are they closed on Sunday? So would it be smart to have it available because some things can go wrong? And then you've said that you're going to be able to do certain things that maybe you can't do. So be very careful, because remember what I said, we focus on our customer, the customer, not the competition. So if you say you're open every day because you're trying to keep up with competition, but then you're not focused on the customer because you really cannot serve them every day effectively. So then you've messed up. You focused on competition and not on the customer. So be careful, focus on the customer. We have someone has said, Mr. Johnson says, that's why it is good to have like-minded icons like you, JB, all to keep us motivated to go to these heights. Indeed, but I don't see anything different between you, Mr. Johnson, and the things that you have invented. I'm glad that you made a point, because the Black Business Summit on the website, hopefully Mr. Johnson will be able to come from New York and bring some information on a book that he has written on some things in technology. I don't want to give it away, but you have to come at some technical things that he has structured and put it in a book to allow you to use. Like this, I mean, imagine if his idea is the beginning of something that changes the way we look at a major service that we're all using, and it is possible. There's nothing different than Mr. Johnson and anybody else that we're watching, except for Mr. Johnson needs to have a lot of people believing in him, and most of the time they do. Like, the only reason we know about Apple is because Steve Jobs had connections that actually believed in them and had money to back it up. So that's why the Black Business Summit is important. We're going to take the middle of the day to just talk about business presentations, how to present your business, how to raise capital, because I'm tired of us being limited by what the bank's going to do. That's not how you get it. That's not how you get a Microsoft. That's not how you get an Apple. That's not how you get an Amazon. The banks are not going to do it. That's not what they're in the business of doing. But we can do these things together, and we have to teach each other how to do it, how to raise capital effectively, how to do private placements, how to raise money for your business, for your idea, and how we can do it. So the blackbusinesssummit.com, check it out. Make sure you share this. We have a question here. Speaking of offering products and service, is there a list of AfroEconomics member businesses and services before the holiday season? No, that's right, Dr. Williams. Yes, indeed. I'm going to tell tomorrow. Make sure the AfroEconomics teams puts that business listing. The directory is up there, but the page is just not turned on, because I have some people that owe me their business card. But look, Dr. Williams, you are so right. we're going to have to go with this. They're going to have to, oh, maybe if I make it live, then everybody will catch on and realize that they have to do it. So I just want to make sure that you have these discounted offerings available, or these books, like you said, or whatever it is our members have available, that I want you to make sure that it's in the business directory. So that's right on point. Thank you for reminding me. And we are going to make sure that I send out an email to make sure that you know that the business directory is live as well. So you all that are listening, get me the card, the description, the logo, whatever you want in there, because it's a good looking directory so that people can click right straight through and go to your website from the members, the business directory. Very good point. That's a blessing. So we're going to, and the final point, so let me just go down. Then the first one was to create customers, create everything that you do for your business by customer demand, not because of what you want to do. Definitely not because of what other people are doing, but what is out there. What do people need? Create by the demands of the marketplace. Create recurring revenue. Give more than your customers ever expect. Appreciate your customers. Take risks, take chances, and then create partnerships. And then identify new opportunities. And number 8, create new products. 9, always improve your services. Always improve your services. And finally, what did I say in the first part? I started with the end in mind. Don't focus on the competition. Let the competition focus on you. You focus on your customer. You keep your eye on your customer and make them happy. You will never have to worry about competition. All right? Thank you all so much for everything. I'm going to make sure that I post the business directory and make sure that I let you know how much I appreciate you. I'm going to stop the recording now. Y'all stick with me. So I'll be here for questions. All right, here's the recording.